In the past, I made a video on how to use DeepSeek combined with Google Books to earn money online, and you guys really seemed to enjoy that video. So as soon as I heard about this groundbreaking Manus AI that is being released recently, I decided it was time to give you guys an updated video on how to use Manus AI in Google Books to earn money online. If you don't know about Manus AI, it is one of the most powerful AI tools currently available to the public. And unlike most YouTubers in the space, I'm not trying to sell you a course with this video. I don't offer any courses. My intent with this video is to provide you guys with a detailed step-by-step guide so that you guys can get some value out of this video. So I'm going to break down exactly how you can step-by-step use Manus AI and Google Books to earn money online. Here's a quick disclaimer on screen. Before we get into this method, I'm going to show you how you can sign up to Manus AI if you haven't signed up before. So in order to sign up for Manus AI, you'll have to go to their website. And as we can see, we have to join a waitlist to sign up. So don't worry too much about this. I was signed up in less than an hour after I filled out my application. So if you're not sure what to put when it says what to fill out, I would recommend saying to put that you're going to create something worth of value for an audience. For example, you could say, I'm going to use Manus AI to create different ebooks to service different audiences. You have a higher chance of being accepted if you tell them that you're going to use this for something useful like that. Once you fill out your application, you should get accepted within a few hours. If not, let me know in the comments and I'll try and help you out. While you're waiting to be accepted into Manus AI, we can move on to step number 1. That is to sign up for Google Books Partner. If you've never heard of Google Books before, it is similar to Amazon KDP. It's one of their main competitors. And if you haven't heard of Amazon KDP before, these are platforms where you can upload different books and people can buy books from you and you can earn money from these books. There's tons of videos all over YouTube showcasing how much money you can earn using Amazon KDP, and Google Books is pretty much an alternative to this that is far less competitors, and there's just as much opportunity on Google Books. In order to sign up for Google Books Partner, what we have to do is go to Google Books Partner Center, which you can do by searching it up on Google, and you'll reach this home page here where we can see a couple of different important things. We can see that we'll be able to reach over 3 billion different Android devices in over 75 different countries, which is a massive audience for us to be able to reach with our ebooks that we'll be publishing. As we scroll down further here, we can see that all we have to do is create an account, publish our book, promote our book, and then we can earn a 70% revenue split. So that means for every sale that we get, we'll earn 70% of the profits, and Google only takes 30%. I'm going to click on Get Started to sign up. We need to choose specifically that we are a self-published author. That's important that you choose this specific option. And then we can put in our name and our country here. Now we can move on, complete this CAPTCHA, click on I agree. And now we have a successful Google Partner account. It's going to ask us here to create a payment profile. So you can do that. I'm not going to show you how to do it. It's quite simple. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. Once you're done setting up your payment profile, we can move on to adding our first book. Once you get that option, I'm going to choose it. I want to sell my book on Google Play, and I'm going to get a Google Book ID. Now we're going to move on to step number 3, which is creating our book using Manus AI. Now you might be wondering, well, why are we using Manus AI over a different AI such as DeepSeek or Chatgpt? Well, Manus AI is a high-powered AI that's recently been released in the last 2 months, and it just comes up with far better results than Chatgpt and DeepSeek. To being accepted into Manus AI, I'm going to ask it to give me 25 different ebook ideas around current and interesting trending topics. As we can see with Manus AI on screen, it's coming up with the content in real time. So that means that it's going to take a bit longer for it to generate this content for us. But as a result, the content is going to be a lot higher quality and higher standards than, for example, Chatgpt or DeepSeek. Okay, as we can see, it's come up with their 25 trending ebook ideas. There's a list of all of our ebook ideas on the right side here. As we can scroll through, we can see down below they've actually made a detailed summaries and description for every single ebook idea, and this includes all 25 ideas. So now we have to go through our list and choose one of these ideas that we want to use for our ebook. For me, I like the very first topic that it came up with. It's based on the technology and AI niche, and it says here the AI Creator's Handbook, Mastering AI Tools for Content Generation. So I'm going to ask Manus AI to create me an ebook on number 1. Now it's going to generate an ebook for us right away on the very first topic here. It has created a 98-page ebook for us As we can see on screen here, we can see a preview of the PDF and what's in it. There's a lot of information regarding content creation and AI, and overall it's created a great ebook for us that we're going to be able to use. I'm going to go to the top right here and click on this download button so that we can download our ebook. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is going to Chatgpt.com. Chatgpt.com is a PDF editor so that we can make a couple of different edits to our PDF. We can click on edit a PDF document for completely free. And now we can upload the PDF file that Manus AI created for us. Now that we have our document in Chatgpt ready to edit, I'm going to go to Leonardo.ai. If you've never heard of Leonardo AI before, it's an AI that creates different images based on prompts that we have made up. We are going to use this to generate some images that we can put into our ebook. I'm going to click on get started and sign up for an account quickly. Once you've signed up, you should reach this page here. I'm going to click on this image button right up here. Now we need to come up with a prompt to create images for us. Now I'm going to go back to Manus AI and ask it to give me 2 to 3 different prompts I could use for Leonardo AI to create some images for the ebook, and a prompt for Leonardo to make an ebook cover for our ebook. As we can see here, it's come up with this document with multiple different prompts that we can use for Leonardo. So it's come up with 3 prompts as I asked it to. I'm going to take this third prompt right here and I'm just going to select it and copy it. Once you're back on this page, I'm going to paste in our high-tech workspace prompt that it gave us, which is going to create a cool high-tech workspace that we can use and upload. Leonardo's come up with 4 different images that we can select from. Some of these don't look very good. I think that this one here on the left looks the best, so I'm going to download that image. Now we can repeat the process once again. I'm going to go back to Manus AI and copy this second prompt here about the abstract AI process. I'm going to paste it into Leonardo and click on generate. There we go, it's come up with 4 more images that we can use. I'm going to choose this one on the right here. I like how that one looks. Now I'm going to scroll through Chatgpt here and find a spot where we could paste in an image. I'm just going to look for a blank area where we could actually add in an image, because we don't want to put an image over any of the text. Here's a small blank area that I found. We just need to click on images up here and then add in our file of our image, and we can put in our image directly into the PDF through Chatgpt. There we go. We can size up the image a little bit. Now we have the image in our ebook. I'm going to look for another little blank area that we can add an image to in our ebook for our secondary image that we have. Here we go. Here's a space here. I'm going to add in our image and size it down so that it fits in. There's one more thing we have to do with Manus AI before we can actually save our PDF and be done with our ebook. I'm going to ask Manus AI to create me a quick 1-sentence disclaimer saying that this book was made with AI. There we go. Manus AI came up with this quick disclaimer that we're going to put in our ebook. We need this disclaimer to make sure that we don't get into any kind of issues with our book, since we did make it partly with AI, but we did make some adjustments ourselves as well. So we just need to let people know with a quick disclaimer. To do this, we're going to go back to the PDF editor, head all the way to the very bottom and paste in our disclaimer. We can edit the text a little bit and resize it. So you just want some text that looks like this using Chatgpt. Now that we have our disclaimer, we can click on this green apply changes button and our PDF is going to be ready to download. We can click on download. There we go. Now we're going to create our ebook cover. So if you remember from earlier, we asked Manus AI to create a prompt for Leonardo for an ebook cover. So going back to Manus AI, we can copy over this ebook cover prompt that it made for us. Then we can head back to Leonardo, pretty much doing the same thing as we did for the images. I'm going to paste in our prompt and click on generate. We can see here it's come up with 4 different ebook images. If we look closely, we can see that it says ebook cover design. It doesn't actually say the title of our ebook, so we don't want any of these images. I'm going to paste in our title from our book into our prompt. That way we'll actually have the proper title in there. And I'm going to generate a batch of 4 more images. It's created some more images for us. Again, if we look closely, we can see that it says the Modern Symbler's Handbook. And it has some weird text here that says the stunning illustration with a bunch of random words and way too many letters. So once again, these ones are not really what we want. So we're going to click on generate again. And you want to continue to generate over and over until you get an ebook that actually looks like a proper ebook cover, since we don't want one of these messed up looking AI covers that it's created. This one here looks like the text is all proper and it's a decent looking image. I think this one looks appropriate for ebook cover. As we can see, there's no major errors in the text. It just says the AI creator's handbook. It's in perfect English, no mistakes there. So I'm going to download this one. Now that we have our book all set up, we've got our ebook cover, we can go back to Google Books Partner from the start of this video. You should already be signed up. So we can see here we can add our very first book. Now we can choose to sell our ebook on Google Play, and I'm going to choose that we use a Google Book ID for our book. Now we have to fill out the About the Book section. For title of the book, I'm going to go back to Manus AI where it created the title and copy and paste it in as our ebook title. Now we can fill out some information for a book. The release date, you can put it whenever you want. I'm just going to put it as tomorrow. You could put it as today, next week. It does not really matter. It's just whenever you want to release the book, you can put a release date. For the age, I'm going to put a minimum age of 13. The rest of this we can leave as is, but we need a description for a book. So I'm going to head back to Manus AI and ask it to give me a quick description about the book for Google Books. Here's the description it came up with. I'm going to copy our description and paste it in. It's a pretty good looking description that really outlines exactly what's in the book. I'm going to click on save and continue. So we can choose a genre for a book now. Choosing the genre depends on what topic your book's on. For us, it's on artificial intelligence. So I'm going to look up for artificial intelligence. I'm going to select this one here based on the general genre of artificial intelligence and computers. I'm going to choose save and continue once again. For contributors, I'm going to put in myself as the author who made this book. Now we can move on here. It's not a series, so I'm going to click continue. We can choose what kind of preview limit we want, etc. here. In advanced settings as well, there's a couple of settings we can change. I'm just going to click on the recommended options for all of these where it says yes, recommended. Now I'm going to save and continue. Now we can upload our cover. I'm going to drag and drop in the cover that Leonardo AI made for us and click on continue. I would recommend that for your price, you choose USD as the currency since it's kind of the worldwide currency that is used, but you could go ahead with your own home country's currency as well. For a price, I'm going to do $9.97. Now this is really up to you. The lower the price, probably the more sales you're going to get up to a certain point. If your book's $1 or 50 cents, that might not help. You obviously want to have maybe $5 or more minimum. It's really up to you what the price is. I'm going to do $9.97. I would recommend that whatever price you do, if you're going to do $5, do $4.97. That way people think they're getting it for less than it actually is. Now that we have our price, I'm going to set mine as the worldwide standard price. There's a couple of settings we can change here. I'm going to leave everything and click on save and continue. I forgot to upload the content to our book, so I'm going to click down here where it says content. And now we can select our PDF and upload our PDF as our ebook. So it's asking for us to put in a sales territory in which we operate. So to fix this, I'm going to go down to Payment Center, go down to create a new sales territory. I'm going to type in world, uncheck this, and then click on create a territory. Now we can review our book. You want to make sure that everything's set up the way you want it. This is where you can change the price, change the cover, etc. If there's anything you want to change, I'd recommend to do it now before you publish the book because it's a bit easier. Once it's all set up the way you want it, we can click on publish. There we go. Congratulations, your book's been published. Now it's going to say that our book is not live, and this is because we just made this Google Books partner account. So they're going to have to review our account shortly, and then our book will be published. So don't worry about this. It should take less than a day for them to approve your book. If they haven't approved it in less than 24 hours, it says to contact them. Oh, once your book's approved, we can move on to this next step, which is how do we actually get people to see our book? Since really no one knows about our book, it's going to be lost in this wasteland of thousands of other books that are being created using AI. So to stand out, we have to use a way to get traffic to our books. We're going to do this through SEO Writing AI. If you haven't heard of this AI before, it's able to create different blogs for us that we can upload to drive traffic to our ebook. So we can see here that it creates different high quality long form content, and the platform is very easy to use. We can click on get started for free and sign up. Once you signed up, we're going to move on to our dashboard here. I'm going to click on this one-click blog post option. That's what we're going to be using today. We need a title for our article. So I'm going to go back to Google Book Partner, click on our book information, and then copy over the title of our book. Now we have our main keyword set up. We can click on generate a title from this main keyword. There we go. It's made a title for us for our article. There's some settings that we can change down here. Which AI do we want to use? I would recommend to use GPT-4o Mini since it is a free AI model that we can use. For article size, I'm going to choose small. That's what I would recommend. Down by Media Hub here, we can choose the number of images that we want. I'm going to select 2. And the number of YouTube videos is none, since I wouldn't recommend putting a YouTube video since we don't really need one for this article. The last thing that we need to check here is connect to the web. I'm going to change access to yes, and then click on real-time search source. Make sure that it's on that one. That way we can get some real-time search source from the web for our article. Scrolling back up to the very top here, we can click on run in the top right corner, and it's going to create an article for us. Once your status has this check mark beside your article, we can click on it and see what it's created for us. It's created this great looking article here that has all of this information on how to use AI tools. Next, we need to put a call to action somewhere in the article to check out our book. This is important because we need this to actually drive traffic to our book. So choose somewhere in the article and add a couple of spaces in. And then I'm going to say check out our full book on how to master AI content creation. Once your book is being approved, you can take your book and put a link into our article so that people can find our book from this article. For me, my book's not approved yet, so I won't be able to do that. But once it is, I'll put in a link so that people can find my book from this article. So where are we going to publish our article? Well, I'm going to go to medium.com. It's what I use, and it's what I'll be showing you how to do in this video. I'm going to click on write, and now we can copy our AI article and paste it into Medium. Just like that, we have our full article in Medium. Now we need to check and make sure that our article is properly set up. As we can see, some of these tables didn't quite work out. So I'm going to delete these tables. It's not really worth the time to set it all up. And I'm going to delete the second table here as well. We want to get rid of this one. Now that our article is properly formatted, there's no errors, it's all set up properly, I'm going to click on publish. As we can see, our article is successfully created, our ebook's set up, and we can begin to get traffic to our ebook and our article. I hope this helped you guys out. Thanks for watching.